In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to use some of Dollar Tree's wooden signs for some fall decor. Let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm going to be starting off with this beautiful sign that has some pumpkins on it. And I have this ivory white paint here and this brush. This brush is super soft, you guys, and it is amazing. I'm going to talk more about this paint and another paint that I have later in the video. But this is what I decided to paint this sign with. And the color is really pretty. I do love it. I'm just going to go over the whole entire sign, even the pumpkins that are on the left and right side of the centered pumpkin, because those are not popped out as the one in the middle is. It's just a little bit scratched on, cut on. And so I'm just going to go over that, and you can still see it once it's the paint is nice and dry. So I'm just going to give it a nice coat of paint, and it did only take one coat and it covered it really nicely. And then I'm going to let that dry. This DIY is going to be more on the minimal and easier side. You guys know I love my minimal decor and just, making things pretty, but also, just really simple. I love decor like that. I'm going to take this paint marker now. And I'm going to go inside of that pumpkin, just tracing it first where those edges of the border is from that pumpkin. I'm just tracing it, but I am going to go in and color it in as well. So the entire pumpkin is orange. And then once those are colored in orange, I am going to go in with a brown marker and then a black marker, because I decided to paint the stem brown, and then I wanted to paint the lines of the pumpkin that are on the top in black so that it stands out at you and it really just comes to life. And I really love how it looks. It just pops right out and it looks really pretty. So once all of that is done, I am really loving it. I think it's turning out really nice. Obviously, you can paint whatever colors you want on this sign if you do decide to pick the sign up and give it, your little twist on it. It would be super fun. There's a lot of ways you can create a nice little sign. I really love this one though, because I love how the pumpkin is popped out. It looks 3D-ish and you can see how beautiful it's looking. So I have here this pack of fabrics that is like sort of farmhousey fabrics from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna go in with this buffalo check one because I thought it was really pretty to add here on the top. So I'm just going to take it, a piece that I need, and then I'm going to add hot glue to the back of the sign to just press that down to the back. And then I'll just stretch that over and go around the other side, hot gluing that down as well. And there is going to be a little bit sort of not hot glue down, because this is a round sign and the fabric is squared. So you just want to take a little bit of hot glue and just fold over that excess fabric just like that, so that way it goes to the curves of the sign. Then I have these beautiful dark berries that you can get from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to clip them off one by one. I like to do this because it gives me more control over where I want to place them. And so I clip them off, and I'm going to add them to either side of that buffalo check ribbon, because this is just going to make it look pretty and dress it up a bit. I did add the greenery first on the bottom, so that way it can look really nice and full. And once I have that with my hot glue gun, I'm just going to place it down as I see it fits and as I like it to be. So I'm just going to press that down and then start to press down those stems with the berries on both sides. And I'm really loving how that's looking. Just that pop of red color is really pretty against that white and buffalo check ribbon. And I didn't want this to be completely full with flowers and really, full, because then it would just cover up that ribbon in the background, and I didn't want that. So that is why I added as much as I did. Now I'm going in with this beautiful sunflower, and I did get this off of a pick that you can find at Walmart. They do have them for, I believe, $1 and some change, and they are really pretty. I love how this looks at the top here Once that is done, I did take my pencil and I just sort of traced over the lines of the pumpkins that are on both sides. And once I traced it, I rubbed it with my finger on the top so that it smudges it a bit, because I didn't want to trace over those with a marker or anything, because I don't want them to be in your face. The main focus is that center pumpkin, and you can see the lighter pumpkins on the sides, and I love it. You would have to let me know what you think and if you would give this a try. If you are looking for amazing paint like the one I just used for the first DIY, then this is the paint for you. Thank you so much to Dwell Paint for sponsoring today's video. You guys, this is how the paint comes in this box here. And once you open it, all of their paints have a nice little kit. They have this tape here, which includes the plastic wrap that you can just use when you're painting, so that way it covers up anything that you don't want to destroy and mess up. And then it also has this bag filled with stuff here. You can see it has some of that painter tape. It also has a roller, and it is really nice and soft. Also some gloves, and it even comes with a little paintbrush in which you saw in the beginning. You guys, I'm not lying when I say that this is probably one of the best brushes that I've used. This is really soft to the touch, and it really does a great job. It also comes with a sheet of sandpaper, and you guys, this is the paint right here. This one is in black. The tube itself comes with this little lining so that it can seal it in. Once you receive it, you can remove that and just peel it all the way around. Then remove the cover, and once the cover is removed, you can see that it even has another cover on top. So the packaging is an A+. I really do love that it has another cover like this. It just makes it, even more protective and safe whenever you are traveling with it or moving it around. So this is the color, the second color that I chose, and this black color is absolutely beautiful. Now, if you are interested in checking out their paints and their kits, you can check my description box below. You are going to want to check them out, and you are going to receive a discount at checkout. You guys, I'm not going to lie, these paints are absolutely wonderful and I love them. So check them out once you are done watching my video. Now I'm just adjusting my camera a bit so you can see a little bit more better, because this wooden sign is a bit bigger. I'm going to paint this in the black paint. I'm going to paint it in the front and back. And then I do have a second one of the same exact wooden house sign, because I am going to make a 3D haunted house that turned out absolutely fabulous. I really love how this one turned out, and this one has to be one of my favorite DIYs. I just really love how it all turned out. It really tested my creative skills, but once they were flowing, I did not want to stop, and it is super fun. So I'm gonna start off by giving it this coat of black paint, and you can see this paint is just one coat and done. It's really good paint, you guys. So once I paint the front and back, I am gonna let that dry, and as I said, I do have a second one that I need to paint as well, the front and back as well. So then once that was done, I took this scrap wood piece that you can find at Dollar Tree. I painted it in the same black color because I need this as a base for these two houses. This is how I want them to be and need them to be. So I'm just going to take some E6000 along with some hot glue. I'm going to take the E6000 first and place that in the center, right, just as you see here, and then I'm gonna take my hot glue and I'm gonna place that on either side of that E6000. The hot glue is just gonna make everything dry even faster, and that E6000 is gonna make it more long term and nice and sturdy. So once we get all of that glue on there, we can go ahead and press the first house to that side. Now, once you press it, you want to make sure you press it really good so that it's sticking to that E6000. And once I have it pressed, I am even going to go in with some more hot glue and put some on the seams where that house meets the edge of the wooden plank, and that's just gonna allow it to be even more sturdy and attach it even more. Now the second house is gonna be, because I wanted to look 3D, and not only that, I wanted to kind of be a shadow box, so that way when I add whatever I'm adding in here, it's gonna look really nice. So before I even add the second house, I do need to add some little spooky stuff that I want to add. I'm gonna go in with these two ghosts that I previously painted for a previous DIY, and I added them on the both sides, so it's gonna look like they're flying out of the house, which is gonna be really cute. Now I have this mini skeleton guy. I'm gonna just trim off his legs because I don't need them, and because if I place him where I want it to be placed, you're gonna see them hanging on that bottom window, because I want him to be hanging on this middle window right here on the second floor. So I'm just going to get him nice and comfortable and fit him in really good, and then I'm gonna take my hot glue and just hot glue him down to the back. I'm gonna flip it over and just put the hot glue where I see that he touches it. And you can find this little skeleton at Dollar Tree. They do come in a pack with a couple of them, so it is not bad for the price. I do add a little bit more hot glue right there where the ribs are, because they are touching the house. Now I have these beautiful string lights from Dollar Tree. They are battery operated, so I'm just gonna take some tape here and I'm going to tape them down to the back of the house, because we don't need them moving around and stuff like that, and where you can see the wires. So we're gonna hide all of that by taping it down to the back of the house and just going all the way around the house. I did grab 2 packs of these lights, but 1 pack ended up being just enough for the entire house to go around. I mean, if you do want it to be extra bright, you can add the 2 packs, but 1 was just fine. So I'm just going to continue to go all the way around and just taping it as I go. And I'm making sure that the little bulbs of the lights are right near those windows, because that way when we turn them on, they can come out of the windows. So I'm just, kind of moving them to where I need them to be and just taping those down. Now you can see how it looks right now. It's looking super cute and I am excited. Now I'm gonna go in with this moss that you can pick up at Dollar Tree. What I want to do with this is I want to take it and hot glue it down all around the entire house, going where the windows are. I only add them around the windows here and there, but you can add it on the roofs as well, on the rooftop, and even on the bottom, wherever you like and wherever you think you want it to go. But I just add them around the windows to make them look extra spooky and old. And I just use my hot glue for this, and then I tap off any excess that may have not attached itself on, because then it'll just make a mess whenever you are moving it. So you want to make sure you tap off that excess when you are done. And I know some of you may not be a big fan of Halloween and Halloween decorating, but you guys, your support means everything to me, and I absolutely love Halloween. So your girl is going to make Halloween decor every year, even if it's not, a ton of videos, but a couple DIYs here and there, just because I love Halloween personally and I love to decorate for it. I just think it's so fun. So now I'm going in with this Halloween card. As you saw there, I cut out the moon because I want to place it on the back of the second house, because when you look at it from the front, it's going to look like that moon is in the background and sort of like you can see outside, which is going to be really cool and a really cool effect. So you just want to use your hot glue and place that to the back window, and you want to make sure it's on the back house, the second house, so that way it looks like you are looking outside. And then I do add a couple more stuff to a couple of the other windows. I do add a little ghosty transfer onto a little black paper, and I add the black paper to the bottom centered window, so that way it can look like there's a ghost in the house. And then I just take some stickers here and there. Now I'm just going in, adding small stuff where I see that it would look good, and just to make it look even more spookier. As you can see, I took this little sticker, it's a beetle, and I'm hot gluing it onto the ghost, and then I'm going in with rub-on transfers. This one is the tombstone. I'm going to scratch that onto the front of the house so it can look like there's a tombstone right in front of it, and that is going to make it look really nice and spooky and awesome. And you can see I did add a pumpkin there to the entrance of the house. I just took a little hay bale that you can find in a pack. They come with a couple of them in Dollar Tree. So I added the hay bale first, and then I added the pumpkin on top of it. And then, as I said, I just started adding stuff into the windows. Once I added the little ghost one that you see me doing here, I did take a regular brown piece of cardboard. What I did was I painted it in yellow, and then I cut them into the size of the windows, and I just hot glued it to the back so that way it looks like the lights are on in the house, which is going to make it look really pretty and awesome. So that is super easy. You saw how I placed the paper down, so I didn't want to show you each and every one of them because it's kind of the same thing. But I'm adding the little ghosty here, and you can see just how cute it looks once I flip it over and show you the front. So my friends, even if you weren't a fan of Halloween, you can take the same idea and recreate it, but just for fall, and that will be absolutely adorable. I'm taking this green paint and I'm gonna distress the rooftops so that way they look really nice and old and make it stand out a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go in and add that yellow paper to all of the windows as I mentioned. And that is it for this house. And this house is spooky and ready to go. And I absolutely love how this turned out. This is super cute and adorable. I'm really proud with this work. I did add some, final touches as I always do. I added some spiders to the house using some hot glue, and then I even add a little tree branch off to the side. Those are just stems from a dried floral stem that I found at Dollar Tree. And yeah, I really love how this turned out. You have to give this video a big thumbs up for me because I really do love how this DIY turned out, and I hope you do too. If you like today's video, give it a big thumbs up and consider sharing with your family and friends. And the lights are off in this house, so let's go ahead and turn them on. Today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up because that does let me know that you enjoyed today's content, and I will create more just like it. And also it does give me the chance to reach new viewers so they can see my video as well. So don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and do consider hitting that subscribe button so you can be a part of my YouTube family. I will see you all on the next one. Take care. God bless. Bye.